Hi everyone, this is Teacher Jen from Camplish.com and welcome to Essential Grammar in Use book by Raymond Murphy. Today we will discuss a new lesson and it's about past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. So, as you know, past continuous tense is also known as the past progressive tense. For example, I was doing. I was doing. So, what is a past continuous tense and how do we use it? The past continuous tense expresses action at a particular moment in the past. The action started before that moment but has not finished at that moment. Okay? So we have an example here so that you can understand it better. Let's read. Yesterday, I watched a film on TV. The film started at 7 p.m. and finished at 9 p.m. So students, you can see that we have a situation here. These sentences are already in the past tense because of the verbs in the past tense. Watched, started, and finished. But we have another sentence here. Let's read. At 8 p.m. yesterday, I was watching TV. At 8 p.m. yesterday, I was watching TV. So, as you can see, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So, we use the past continuous tense to say what you did or what you were doing at that time or between those times. You are saying what is the specific action that you were doing at a specific time. So again, you were doing something, okay? I mean, the film you were watching, okay? TV, a film on TV. The film started at 7 p.m. and finished at 9 p.m. So, for example, someone asks you, what were you doing at 8 p.m.? So, of course, at 8 p.m., you were watching TV. You should use the past continuous tense because that's the action that you were doing. Okay, it started, but it has not finished at that time, at that moment. Okay? Now, how do we make the past continuous tense? The structure of the past continuous tense is the subject, the auxiliary verb in simple past tense, of course, that should be was and were, and then the main verb in the present tense plus ing. So that could be, for example, I was watching TV at 8 p.m. Our subject is I, pronoun I. Our auxiliary verb is was, and then our main verb is watch plus ing. That's why we got I was watching TV. Another one, they were playing when you called. They, our subject, were our auxiliary verb, and then playing is our main verb in the present tense plus ing. So, let's take a look at the pictures here in our book. We have a situation here. This is Paul. It is 6 o'clock now. Paul is at home. He is watching television. As you can see, our verbs are in the present tense because it is what's happening now. Now that it is 6 o'clock. Now we have another picture here. This is what Paul was doing when it was 4 o'clock. So we have two times here, 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, he wasn't at home. He was at the sports club. So we have the simple past tense here because these actions are already finished and these these are the actions that he did when it was 4 o'clock, or when the time was 4 o'clock. Now, let's take a look at this table. We have times here: 3:30, 4 o'clock, and 4:15. At 3:30, he started swimming. At 4 o'clock, he was swimming. And then, at 4:15, he finished swimming. So, the time in the middle, this is our past continuous tense. As you can see, at 3:30, he started swimming. Our tense is the simple past tense because it's already finished. And then at 4:15, our tense is already, or is also, simple past tense because it's already finished too. The action is already done. But in between those times, he was swimming. This is the action at a specific time in the past that he was doing. So, this is the action that Paul is doing during this time, but it's not yet finished because it is what he's doing in the middle of these times. That's why we used past continuous tense. So students, did you get it? So again, this is the structure for making past continuous tense. We have our subject, and then our be verb in the past, was and were, plus ing, our verb in ing form. Of course, we have 3 ways of expressing our past continuous tense: positive sentence, negative sentence, and question sentence. So, for the positive sentence, of course, we have our subjects, and then our be verb in the past tense, and verb in present tense plus ing. Let's read the following. I was doing. He was doing. She was doing. It was doing. And so on. For the plural form, we were doing. You were doing. They were doing. Of course, for the negative sentence, we just have to add the word not between our be verb in the past and our verb in present tense plus ing. Okay, let's read the following. I was not. I wasn't doing. He was not. He wasn't doing. She was not. She wasn't doing. It was not. It wasn't doing. We were not. We weren't doing. You were not. You weren't doing. They were not. They weren't doing. Now, for the question, we just have to exchange the places of our subject and the auxiliary verb in the past. So, we should just exchange their places. Let's read the following. Was I doing? Was he doing? Was she doing? Was it doing? Were we doing? Were you doing? Were they doing? Very good, everyone. Now, I would like you to review this lesson about past continuous or past progressive tense. Remember the important information like the structure and how or when do we use past continuous tense. Now, I would also like to encourage you to enroll in Camglish.com's classes because we can definitely help you improve your English skills. Now, this is the end of our lesson. I hope you learned something. This is Teacher Jen from Camglish.com saying goodbye and see you on our next video. Goodbye, students!